if I survive the day, that will be a miracle. Hello. Today I'm going to be camping at the largest Ren Faire in the world. That's right, you heard me. And it's in 𝚌𝚘𝚖𝚎, Texas. I'm filming this intro, day 2, and I'm gonna take you back in time to what's already happened, because it's been a lot. So if you're curious to see what it's like to camp out at an event like this, then stick around to find out. This trip started 2 days prior to the Ren Faire weekend when I decided I'm flying to Texas to camp out at the Ren Faire. Because I was flying from LA to Houston, the only thing I took was one checked bag with all of my camping supplies and one backpack. We arrived to Houston at 5 a.m., but since we weren't getting a rental car, we needed to wait around for the campground office to open, which was at 8, so that way we could get a golf cart ride to our camping spot. There are over 200 acres of campgrounds, so you can't really walk. We hung out at the Houston airport, which was super nice, by the way, and enjoyed some live entertainment until 7 a.m. At this point, we took an Uber to the Ren Faire campground, which was located only an hour away. We brought camping stuff in our suitcase, actually. You will want to get your tickets in advance for camping, as I'm pretty sure there is a cutoff on Thursday. I purchased the Stay In Play Pass right here, and this allowed me a festival admission ticket for Saturday, Sunday, and a weekend camping pass from Thursday through Monday. My ticket cost me $69, but depending on the weekend you are going, the price may vary. There are other camping options as well for RVs, along with cabins and glamping tents ranging from $250 to $325 per night. Upon entering the campground gates, we showed our tickets on our phone, received a wristband, and a campground pamphlet. This pamphlet contains everything you need to know about camping. It shows you the map along with the campground amenities, the hours of the stores on the property, along with any events that might be happening on the campground. It also covers many more things, but that's just the gist of it. Then we went to the campground office, which is also located next to the showers and first aid, and hopped on a golf cart to get a tour of the property. Right next to the entrance of the park, you will see the nightclub. I will be going to that later in the video. You will see the glamping tents and cabins, which I really want to camp in maybe next year. The campground host, who we contacted prior to showing up and letting her know our situation, was the one to show us around the campground on the golf cart. I found out that there are over 230 acres of land here for you to camp out on. There are also better sections than others depending on if you want to party or if you want a very quiet, chill time. And depending upon weather, if there is rain, there are certain sections of this campground that are more prone to flooding as opposed to others. We showed up right after a big storm, and I guess a lot of the tents that were located next to the stream ended up flooding entirely. So we knew we did not want to go there just in case it rained again. On this tour, she showed us different clans, pointed out where certain parties are, and also informed us about naked Jenga, which I didn't know was a thing, but we will be talking about that later in the video.
Adventure weekend. Last weekend we had 6,500 people. This one's the trash clan, which I thought was so funny.
We ended up getting a spot very close to the concessions and bonfire just because we didn't have a rental car, so we didn't want to have to walk super far to anything. If it rains, it's going to rain at like 3.
Yeah, I know, but like the water, if it rains, it's going to be wet there, so.
Just mush. So this is the camping setup. Just a sleeping pad, pillow, and a blanket. A whole bag of snacks, 2 water bladders, 2 backpacks with clothes, and that's pretty much it. This is a lot more challenging than I expected. It's not getting better. It is 1:12. It's currently 83 degrees outside, 100% humidity. Let's go with like 110% humidity because it's just beyond. And it's going to get up to 87 at 3 o'clock. So this isn't even as hot as it's going to be. And we are just dying right now. I was very excited that we were going to be here during a heat wave. I was like, this is great. We don't have to bring a bunch of sleeping bags. We can just chill, it'll be warm, but this is just too hot. My shirt is drenched. I feel like I'm in a tub of water. We're just trying to make it through the day tonight. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Did you see this? I'm like, it's not even sweat, it's just humidity. Like, this is insane. If I survive the day, that will be a miracle, for real. I just want it to be tomorrow already, and I'm at the Ren Faire. It's very hot. This is our setup now. We have put the blanket here to try to block the sun, and now there's no airflow. There was never airflow, actually. This is a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. I did not expect it to be like this humid. So we're gonna go walk around and check out the convenience store and some other things to see what the campground has to offer, because we're not going to sleep until it gets dark. After we got out of our tent later in the day, there were so many people here. Upon arriving on Friday morning, there was people here, but not nearly as much as you see now. So we camped directly across from the food concessions and the bonfire. I was told by the campground host that this is where all the events take place. Bathrooms right there, trash right there, and the Ren Faire entrance is down there on the left. There are also shuttle stops located at different parts of the campground. I think this is a paid service. Every morning they have breakfast tacos. There's also barbecue, places to get alcoholic beverages, pizza. There's even some activity tents like a henna tent, which is open at nighttime. And there is a campground store, which has everything you would need to go camping. From a microwave to a coffee maker, cereal, sandwiches, snacks, toilet paper, toothbrush, toothpaste, blankets, bug spray, paper towels, cups, utensils, charcoal, I mean, literally everything. And of course they have ice. Located right outside of the food concessions area is the bonfire. This is the center of all of the events. There is a family-friendly bonfire area, which is not as rowdy as this one. This is the Call of Booty clan. Pretty much there's a bunch of clans all over the campgrounds, and at night you can come and join their party, and you can't do that with everyone. It just depends on if it looks like they're welcoming people. So for instance, they have an entire setup here with a stage and lights, and they also have rules upon entering. Clearly they want people to come join the party, and it's right next to the bonfire. So I'm excited to come back here and see what it's about. I'm assuming everyone's gonna be dressed up as a pirate that's here, but. Okay, remember how I was talking about the naked Jenga? This is where they do the naked Jenga. That's what the rules are for. Obviously no recording, but this is where it's at. So if you end up coming here and you're camping out and you want to see, I don't know, people play a naked Jenga game, then this is where you're gonna wanna be. But from what I've been told, they also perform here as well, but let me just read you these rules really fast. You must be 18 years or older, no cameras or movies, no lights of any kind, pull a plank and then complete the rule, one hand only, and if you knock it over, you get naked and restack. Okay. Okay. Now it was time to try out some of the food located at the campground.
Ooh. That's blueberry mead. I've never had mead before. For the uninitiated, this is a fermented honey beverage. It's probably like 12 to 14% alcohol, so a little tiny baby glass should, you know, really.
And how much was it?
11, which honestly, it's not bad considering the percentages involved.
After we got some drinks, it was time to get some food.
$13 for the chopped barbecue sandwich. They said the bun would be toasted. I don't think it is, but that's good.
And you got chips on the side.
Yeah.
I got the brisket quesadilla. They said it was the most filling thing on the menu, but I'm looking at braised, and I think that definitely...
I think she just tried to upsell you on the...
Yeah, for sure, because there's not as much brisket in this as yours. Like, yours has a lot of meat, and I really wanted meat. I think I'll get that next time, because this was $15. I didn't get a lot of it, but this guacamole is really, really tasty, and the salsa, extremely good. It's raining hard now, but everyone here is enjoying the rain. Everyone's out just walking around, doing normal things as if it's not raining, so pretty cool. Our tent might flood, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And we might get a hotel at the end of the day, we'll see. At this point, it proceeded to rain extremely hard, and we were quite worried our tent might end up flooding. It's definitely raining a little bit, like just slightly. It's not too bad, but I'm kidding, that's a joke. Our sad little tent. Maybe this is a bad idea. Maybe this is a really bad idea. Okay. Because it started to rain, it did cool down, so we were able to take a nap even though it was still 100% humidity, but we woke up later in the night to go explore the campground. Friday night was pretty tame. There were people out and about, there were parties happening, but I will say it's definitely not nearly as crazy as Saturday night. Saturday is the night to be there. So we took this opportunity to kind of walk around, find where some parties are that we could explore the next night, and look at some of the campsites. You will see campsites that look normal with, you know, a tent or an RV, but you will also see some campsites that will have full setups. And because it was Halloween weekend, there were lots of Halloween displays. But since we were planning on getting up early, it was time to go to bed to prepare for the next day. Now for a brief interruption from today's sponsor of the video, which is Skillshare. So if you don't know what Skillshare is the largest online learning community for creatives. It's a new year, which means we have new goals that we want to achieve, but sometimes that's easier said than done. Sometimes you have a goal and you have no idea where to even start. But luckily, Skillshare has something called Learning Paths, which does it all for you. Learning Paths are hand-picked classes that are meant to be taken in order that build on one another. They are available in a range of experience levels from beginner to advanced, and a variety of categories including design, productivity, creative freelancing, tools, software, marketing, and much, much more. A learning path I'm currently taking is an intro to DSLR photography. I've actually been shooting on a DSLR for almost 2 decades now, and I know how to use a camera, but I only know how to use the camera if I can view it in live feed. I cannot shoot internally in the camera without seeing what it looks like. The course I'm taking is for all levels. It consists of 4 different classes by 4 different teachers. I get to learn the DSLR fundamentals, how to build a photography kit. The 3rd class is to get outside and actually put those skills to the test. And the 4th class is about taking portraits and editing. It is a new year, it's time to invest in yourself, and Skillshare wants to help you do that. So for this video, Skillshare is giving away a 1-month free trial to the first 500 people to click on the link in the description box. Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring yet again another one of my videos and supporting my channel, and let's get back to the Ren Faire. Good morning. It is Saturday. Today is the first day of the Ren Faire. Gotta get dressed. It's pretty warm, but it's definitely cooler today than it was yesterday. It is 79 degrees. This is the best I could do with my hair being like it is. Time to put on the rest of the outfit outside. Officially off to the Ren Faire day 1. So from the campground to the entrance, we are very close. You can go farther away, but we decided to go super close since we didn't have a car, and it appears the entrance is like right there at the end of the road, and we camped out back there. It's a pretty close distance. Not bad walking. I mean, we're not there yet, but we're getting close, so I'll let you know how far it is officially when we're there. The campground is directly across from the public parking for the Ren Faire. If you have been, you will now know that when you look across, you will see all these camping spots, and that is the campground. We were extremely close to the entrance of the campground. Our walk there probably took 4 or 5 minutes at most. And we could have camped even closer than we did, but we decided to stay closer to the campground activities.
Please enjoy.
Thank you.
Make sure it's held. I don't know how well the audio is going to be, but I've acquired a map. It was $5, but it's much better than last year's because, well, last year's was free. It was just a map, but this has literally the most specific details down to like what stores are selling, what food stands are selling. So if you want like a specific thing, then you know where to find it using this. So I'd say it's a good purchase if you're here for something very specific and you don't just want to roam. I mean, you can roam, but you're gonna miss show times and stuff like that, so it's probably worth getting, and you're supporting keeping this place alive. I'm sweating so bad. There are a lot of people here. A lot of people in Halloween costumes. I guess it's because it's Halloween weekend. I think that might be the theme. I didn't check, but I mean, you're gonna see a lot of different costumes here this time around, not just fantasy, which is pretty neat. Coffee's really good. It was $7 each, which is kind of like a Starbucks. This is the price of a Starbucks coffee in LA, so technically not really paying much of a difference. It might even be a little bit less, and it's really good. And they had oat milk, whole milk, and half and half, so you have options for people that are vegan and people that aren't vegan. So I think that's nice, and it's really good. It's very good, and it's right when you enter the park. For the rest of the day, we went and saw some shows, we walked around, we also did a lunch and a show, which was quite fun at the Polish pub. And we ended up eating way more inside of the Ren Faire than we did at the campground, just because they had so many different foods that you could try.
Loving Larry is like Halloween, better with the mask on.
Loving Larry is like Halloween, it goes door to door.
Loving Larry is like Halloween, you get all sticky by the end of the night.
Loving Larry. Loving Larry is like Halloween. If you unwrap it, you gotta check for drugs. Shout out your own Loving Larry's lights only because we are professionals.
When the sun started to set, we went and saw the fireworks show, and it was also a full moon, so we had ample light at the campground, which was incredible. So it's about to be 8 o'clock at night, and we're gonna head back to the camp soon because they're gonna close. Yeah, so we're gonna go to the campground because they have a club that's opening only on Saturdays, and it's from 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. It's $20 to get in. It's called the Knights Club, meaning Knights with a K. Yeah, we're gonna go there because they have air conditioning and it's hot outside. And before that, we're gonna go to the bonfire, and then we're gonna go to the club, and then we're gonna go explore all the different campgrounds to find clans and to hang out with all those different people. So that's the plan. It's time to party.
Party time.
Party time! Woo! You know what I just realized? You can actually walk onto the campground when you exit the Ren Faire, and you don't need a wristband. You could literally just walk there. When we arrived back to the bonfire area with the food concessions, there were so many people. It was insane. Compared to Friday night, not only that, they also had different food trucks that would come in just at nighttime and would leave around 3 a.m. So if you wanted something different from what you had during the day, you had the option for that. The 𝚐𝚐 was now open and up and running, and they also had a little music pop-up where you could play on the drums and play with different toys, and you could also purchase them. The bonfire was really going. People were playing music on drums there all night long. People were dancing around the fire. It was such a fun experience. After we hung out at the fire, it was time to go to the Call of Booty to see the naked Jenga, which I did, but I was unable to film. But, you know, I would definitely say it's one of those things you just have to see so you can say you were a part of it. After naked Jenga, we decided to go walk around and see some other parties. We ended up finding a clan called Defiance that was doing some fire shows, which was really, really cool to watch. These were just normal people camping that decided to put this on, and you can come watch. There was also Nottingham, which had a full-on public flogging station. Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing either. There were also some spots where they were inviting people to come sing karaoke, and there was even a strip club. We found the Jolly Rogers clan, which is very popular, and they had a whole pirate setup. And my favorite tent of all of them had to be the Smoky Bandits. This was like a rave tent. They really went all out with this tent. It was smaller than the Call of Booty stage, yes, but they had some of the best light shows I've ever seen. They had a fog machine going, they had Halloween decorations, they had a full-on bar in the back with games going, they were handing out glow sticks. It was a lot of fun. Everyone there was very welcoming, and I had such a good time at this tent. Now it was time to head back to the Call of Booty clan. So after naked Jenga happens, they start up the DJ and they put out fog machines, have a light show going, and it turns into this whole dance party. And if you're looking for, you know, more EDM music, this is the place to find it. You know, not everyone dances, but we definitely did. I also made these friends while I was here, and it was so great that they actually wanted to dance with me. Now it was time to go to the Knights Club. The Knights Club is $20 to enter. It runs from 8 to 1 a.m. and everyone can go. So you can go to the Ren Faire and walk right over to the Knights Club. I think they did such an incredible job with the architecture of this building. I mean, look at this. You can't find that anywhere else except in Rome.
We've made it to the nightclub.
This is a 21 and over club. They also have running burlesque shows throughout the entire night, which are very tasteful. And because it was Halloween, they had a costume contest. And I imagine this was probably much more fun than any other weekend. At least that's what I've heard. So I think I came at the best time. I also ended up getting pulled on stage. Apparently, the party that's happening right now goes on until sunrise. I'm not gonna stick around for that, but good for them. Yeah, It was a great time. Pretty hot outside. I'm like, do you see how shiny I am? I don't think I've ever sweat so much in my entire life. I'm going to attempt to take a baby wipe shower because there are showers, but they're closed right now. Good morning. Look how nice of a day it is. It's hot. And it's a good day. Day 2. It's day 2 of the Ren Faire. Night 3 of camping. And then we fly out tomorrow, so. And I don't know how much is going to be going on tonight, but stuff will be going on still, so we're gonna go explore and see. Oh, that fits very nicely. Wow. Wow. That looks real. That's crazy. We're going to the Ren Faire. The goal for the day is to not die of heat stroke. The second goal for the day is to go see more shows, eat more food, watch shows in the process, and then do a little bit of shopping. It's really hot today. And I'm not even wearing, I'm wearing like basically nothing at night. It's hot. Jeez Louise. We got coffee. This is a must. Huzzah. I find myself going back to the same places because I know it's going to be good, and this is the main one you have to hit, the tea and strumpets. It is incredible. This is strong. This is strong coffee. So I'm at the Clan Tinker show at the Global Theater. I think that's what it's called. It's the first stage when you enter the park, like the first big stage. And it's a family act, which is really cool, and they do lots of juggling and other things. So I'd say this is one of the more entertaining ones that you would want to check out, and there is quite a bit of seating left even after the show has started. So if you're looking to go somewhere and not stand, it would be a good spot.
Lords and ladies, would you like to see us try something that is really difficult? Well, we're thinking of trying for you now. It's called a drop back. What happens is I stand in the middle, and then while juggling, I'm going to try to throw clubs behind my head to Elijah. Sweet was my heart of gold, and who was my lady queen sweet.
Okay, so the first store I'm gonna go into is Boss Winch. I don't know, I was walking by, I haven't gone in there yet, so I just wanted to see what their prices were. So let's see if we can find anything worth purchasing. The reason I wore a normal outfit this day was because I bought all of my clothes in the park. I really wanted to support small business and try to find an outfit that was affordable, which I did. So super exciting. I got such an incredible outfit. Later in the night, it started getting really, really cold. It dropped from about 87 to in the 50s. So we decided to go chill at a tea spot. I don't know what's up here, but I've always wanted to come up here, and so we're going. I think it's like a tea room. This is a spot I found last time, but it said reservation only, but at this point it wasn't reservation. I'm not sure if it always is, but man, I love this spot and I will be coming back here every time. You can order drinks from upstairs, including teas and alcoholic beverages, and you can also order food directly downstairs and bring it upstairs to enjoy. So I went to the Queen's Pantry, which is like the first food place when you enter. I got the shepherd's pie. No, actually, I think it was like a pot pie. Yeah. This was $10. I'm really excited to eat this. And I got a hot chai tea. Tell me what you got.
BLT. The bacon was bacon weaved, which was pretty cool. But I ate it all before Lanchen could show it, so
how much?
You'll have to believe me that it was weaved. Oh, it was 14, I think. I don't remember, but it's good. I would say there's bacon in every bite is their catchphrase. And that's true, because it's a bacon weave.
So long story short, I think we're getting a hotel tonight because it's going to be thunderstorming here and we're camping and we have no car. So we would have to walk to the front of the campground entrance with our luggage, our camera bag, and get soaked in the process because when it rains here in Texas, it rains non-stop. That being said, we only camped here 2 nights. After we go to the solar rain show tonight, which is at 7:30, we're going to stay for the fireworks show, and that will conclude our entire weekend here, which is so sad because I had such a good time. I'm very full already. If there was one show I would recommend to you, it would be this one. This show was incredibly good, although you need to go early to get good seats right in the front because it's not as fun if you're not seeing it up close. Fireworks show was canceled due to high winds and weather conditions. It's very cold, it's about to storm. But we're heading back to the campground. We saw the fireworks last night, thank goodness. And yeah. When we got back to the campground, it was quite sad. I thought there were still parties going on. I thought I would stick around for the parties and then leave, but when we got there, we realized it was almost all packed up. Everyone had left. All of our campsite buddies had left. So if you are planning on coming in the future, I would highly recommend showing up on Friday morning or even Thursday. We made it to a hotel. I have a real bed. I haven't showered since Friday. I know you're thinking, oh, that's not a long time. That's fine, but I sweat so much in the last couple of days that it's like I haven't showered in 2 weeks. I swear to you, I stink. So I'm very excited to shower. Well, thanks so much for hanging out with me during this crazy trip. I hope I showed you that you can indeed go camp at the Ren Faire with just a bag and no rental car. I hope you come and try this out for yourself because it was so much fun. I'm going to be going back every year, so if you go next year, I will see you then.